going to the farm today, guys.
So here we are, guys. We're at the farm. We made it an hour and a half later. The drive was all right, not too much traffic. I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit. I'm not gonna do any work today. Just wanna take you guys on a mini tour of this property that we're at right now. I am outside of the green farmhouse that I've mentioned before. It's where my granddad used to live. He now lives next door. It's pretty run down, but this is a house that we're gonna flip. We're not gonna flip. I'm actually gonna live in this house, but we're gonna fix up. So here we are, we're in the garage. It's pretty messy right now. There's gotta be like a solid YouTube video where I make just like this garage look fantastic. I spent like an hour one time cleaning up this area and it really doesn't look any different than it really did. But yeah, this is the garage. I actually just saw a cat run into the bottom of this house. So I guess there's stray cats living here now. That's pretty cool. I want to show you guys right here. We're going to make this into my herb garden. Like right here, we're going to take all this junk out. We're going to throw it all away. And I'm going to put raised beds and it's going to be my herb garden. Over here is some extremely dead green giant arborvitaes that I just pulled out about 100 of them over here. Last time I was here, probably in November. As you can see, like there was all of those pretty much like right here, and it was a shit show. It was just, but it looks good now. It looks good now. I'm glad that we got some space. This is a greenhouse. I'm going to be building a separate greenhouse completely in a video coming up, and it's going to be a difficult one because I didn't realize that greenhouses are actually really hard to build. So here we are back in front of the house. We have some sky pencils right in front of us, some other green giants. Some emerald green arborvitae right there as well. We got some good collection of plants growing at a smaller scale right now. I actually just talked to the distributor who distributes the seedlings, and we are getting a shipment of about 600 green giant arborvitaes that are going to be like 4 inches tall, but it's going to be really good for us. There's a boxwood right there. As you can see, a lot of this stuff is like a darker green color, and it's because, well, first of all, it's winter time. It is an evergreen plant, so it's not deciduous. Their leaves don't fall during the winter. It's just that when there's less rain, less water, it tends to kind of get darker green. Also, these plants aren't amazingly taken care of, and sometime this spring I'm gonna have to come out here with some people and just rake up all of these leaves. It's gonna be a massive job, but it's gonna be worth it. This is the greenhouse. I'm gonna make a separate video actually going inside of it, taking a tour of it, and discussing about what I actually need to get done with it, because there's so much work in that house. But that's gonna be where I merrily live in the future. My Chevy Silverado, and it's a basic truck, and it does all the things that trucks do, so there's not really much to talk about it. I'm not really much of a truck driver. I feel like I'm not really built for that, but I guess it's part of my job now. This is going to be turned into a parking lot somewhere for visitors can come and park their vehicles and take a look around and buy things and stuff like that. This is the tractor. Right now, it just needs a new battery. Other than that, it's perfectly good to use. I don't really know how to drive a tractor completely, but I did fix this tire last time I was here. So, old-fashioned, but it gets the job done. Right over this car right here, there is the main green giants that we have for sale. These will go anywhere between $30 to $50 a piece. So some nice profit right there. A lot of people are interested in the koi pond. Right here is where the koi pond was. I mean, it's still here, but it's in horrible condition, as you can see. There's no koi living in it anymore, that's for sure. It's about 7 feet deep, maybe. It's probably like fully usable like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't know. And if we take a walk around that koi pond, we have the green mower, John Deere. I hate John Deere. I'm gonna make a video ranting about how much I hate John Deere. And we have 2 more. So we have this one, it's like more like a bog. This one is more like a bog. There's one back there too. So we have a total of 3 koi ponds just in this one area. And I made in my previous video that I want to fix up this area right here, make it into like a Zen garden, you know, have some gazebos, have some walking paths, have somewhere for people to take their prom photos of. This tree needs to just fucking fall already. It's gonna kill someone. I feel weird going under it. Holy cow. But yeah, this is the koi pond area that I was talking about in the video of my dreams and aspirations. And it's just, you know, just overgrown a bit. It needs some TLC. But once you got some TLC in there, I think it's going to be a great area, a fantastic area, really. As you can also see, there's a lot of trees around here, a lot of big trees having a lot of shade, and that is problematic for growing anything because a lot of plants can't grow in shade. So we're gonna have to take down a lot of these trees. I mean, a lot of these trees you could just see, like that one right here, that's gonna fall on its own. This one's gonna fall on its own. A lot of them are dead. That one's dead over there. That one is alive, but it's a river birch. That one's actually pretty nice. Now down here is where I mentioned the lake that we had on the property. Now it's really low right now, and my dream, I've said this in a previous video, my dream is to make this completely as low as possible, lay some like, you know, flat stone at the bottom, and then fill it all the way back up and clean it out a little bit, you know, have the trees that are falling into it, chop those up, whatever. And make this into like somewhere that you could swim during the summertime. Just think about it, you know, on a hot summer day, it being a nice place to relax. Maybe up there, if the water gets high enough and it goes up enough and there's enough of a drop, you could put a diving board, everything like that. I feel like this could be a spot, really. And I love the vibes down here. Even though it looks like crap right now, it has so much potential. This property has so much potential of being so cool. I'm gonna go up there right now. This whole entire area is my property. So pretty much the tree line back there all the way around is my property. Now that I'm here above the lake, I'm standing next to these beautiful bushes. I don't know what they're called exactly, but they seem to be growing fantastically. I think it's the amount of sun that we have over here. And I want to clear out this entire area back here because it's very heavily wooded, and make this more of a spot to maybe grow, but also potentially build something back here. Like, I've always imagined like having like a little like modern homestead kind of thing back here, and I just think that the vibe with looking at the lake would be so beautiful. Leave a comment down below what you think I should do with this exact space. This is one of the most annoying things about having a farm. Deer just demolish anything you grow. As you can see, pretty much all of these trees below 6 feet have been just demolished by wildlife. Deer come over here and they eat everything in sight. Luckily, the green giant that I grow, the Arborvitaes that I grow, deer do not eat that. So those are fine, but a lot of this growth, like you can see like on those plants back there, like pretty much anything under 6 feet, the deer have gotten. So here we are on top of the hill, and here the pond is in the back, and yeah, you know, it's got a nice view up here from the property. It's got a good vantage point. Behind me, I did some work last summer tearing up some of the dead roots and trees over here, collecting some of the pots, putting them in a pile. One of the main issues with back here is that it's just that there's so much shade during the summertime when the leaves get on the trees. And so I think right here, we're gonna have to just cut out all these trees, which is gonna be a lot of work, probably cost a lot of money, but it's gonna be really, really worth it when we actually have some of the people come by. Right here, we have the rhododendron. Rhododendron is a perfect plant to grow in shade. It's got a good privacy layer on it. These are all dead green giant arborvitaes. At the only fenced in area on the farm, and it's got some emerald green arborvitaes. Now these are different than the green giant. As you can see, I've talked about them in the video before. They're very, very soft, but in here you have a lot of like the trees that like deer will just go after. So we fenced in this area 10 or 15 years ago, and it's worked out quite a bit, you know. It's all irrigated in there, and so My hope is to get like, you know, a couple dozen more plants in there and really fill in the area. There's some open spaces back there that we could really just use. And it's honestly it's a great addition. This is one of the many structures that we have on the farm that's pretty much just like a greenhouse with a different tarp on it. If I wanted to, I could actually just use this as the greenhouse and it would be a fantastic idea, but I don't really feel like moving it right now. And I don't really know how to move it. But it's got some like, you know, interesting material and interesting tools in here. It's got a old bike. I have no idea what this thing is. It's kind of terrifying looking. I don't know what's in there. That attaches to the back of the tractor though. And here's a bunch of 5-gallon pots. So we got a huge storage of these all over the farm. And pretty much right at this tree line is where the property ends. But this area right here beyond this tree line is actually like 5 acres that's landlocked next to the trailer park. And my idea is in the future I want to buy it from them and just expand the farm. Here we are. We're at the end of the farm. You know, we went the complete circle around the pond back there, and back here, you know, we got a lot of just like shit that just needs to be thrown out. A lot of plants that are just pretty much dead. You know, I really want to go through this farm and just tear up anything that's dead, tear up anything that's a waste of space, cut down a lot of these trees and make things at least look pretty, because I want people to come and I want people to enjoy the nature of this place at the very least. So now I'm back in my car, and that pretty much concludes the tour of the farm. Thank you guys very much for watching. There's actually 2 other pieces of property that we have. There's a piece of property across the street, which is about 3 acres, and a piece of property around the corner, which is 9 acres. In a future video, I will be doing a full tour of everything overall. That's going to be coming out in probably May or something like that. It's going to be shot with a stabilizer. There's going to be a lot more B-roll and a lot more footage. I just figured that I wanted to come out here and really show you guys around and kind of have you guys have a lay of the land before, you know, the actual videos, the content comes. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Also turn on notifications for posting, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.